know you're gonna want to subscribe. So before we get started, subscribe. I'll wait. All right, thanks for subscribing and let's get started. And it's been like forever. So welcome back to my channel. After a bajillion years of me not being around, I decided to, instead of bringing back the tutorial or a foundation review or something typical, I figured I'd do a stereotypical get unready with me. And yes, believe it or not, the AC is running so high and it's a little chilly outside. So I'm wearing my unicorn onesie, so I figured why not have fun and wear my unicorn pajamas, right? Anyway. So the point of today is to finally put in video mode my ride or die skincare items for my nighttime routine in a video. I've literally never done that. I've kind of touched on it in Instagram stories. People who see me in store who know me, I go through my whole routine when they ask me like, hey, how does your skin stay so nice, blah, blah, blah. And I finally decided to come back to YouTube and put that in video form. It's something I haven't done yet. So I figured, why not give it to you? Get started, actually get into comfortable clothes. And I just happened to put my unicorn onesie on for you. So pizzazz. And then what I'll do first is, usually I'll throw my hair up. So instead of being like all cute for during the day, now I'm gonna look like Pebbles from the Flintstones. And I usually just kind of throw it up in a big old bun here. Then what I like to do is I will take my tried and true, can't live without them Shiseido cotton rounds. So I know these are $10 a bag and people are like, seriously, bougie cotton rounds, do you really need those? Yes, I do. Because once I start taking my makeup off, you'll notice that I have these rough patches on my eyes that will not go away. And the only reason I have them is because I switched cotton rounds to cheap ones because I ran out of these and I was like, I have these, I'll just use them, it's fine. It is not fine. My eyes have been spoiled to the gods with these and they were like, whoa, what is going on? I hate you, Gab. I'm gonna be mad at you forever. And now I have these spots on my eyes. So I bought how many did I buy? I bought 3 bags of these last time I went to Sephora. And this is still my first bag and I've had these for over a month. So these last a long time. I use about 2 or 3 a day. Like just cotton rounds? Of course not. Try the best of the best eye makeup remover I have used to date is the Bifacil from Lancome eye makeup remover. So as you can see with the 2 layers, it's basically a double action type. So it's really good at taking waterproof makeup off. Not that I typically wear waterproof makeup that often, especially on my eyes, but like my liner typically is waterproof. But I don't usually wear mascara like that. But when I have, this is just melted it right off. So you make sure to shake it up. Go ahead and throw it right here on my cotton round. I don't like to soak it up too much, but you know, you obviously don't want it dry. And then I basically just kind of place it over my eye a little bit, soak it up, and then gently remove. And then it's like, boom, just like that. And then what I'll do is I'll turn it around to the clean side and I'll gently kind of massage the lash line to get that level of mascara off. And then just kind of get to the cleaner parts and let it rip. And then any other leftover kind of clean spots, I'll just rub through my brow. So this makeup remover is especially important when it comes to wearing Kat Von D pomade. That is very hard to get off with regular makeup remover just because it's so long lasting and amazing. But this makeup remover, it's like Kat Von D, takes it right off. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye real quick. All right. Both eyes are clean, eyebrows are off. Next step is the first step in taking my face makeup off. So, as you guys have seen in my tutorials, I have several layers on. So I'll have like maybe an essence, I'll have my serum, I'll have my moisturizer, I'll have my primer, liquid foundation, concealer, powders, all the other powders, bronzer, blush, whatever. So there's a lot of layers to get off. So I firmly believe in a minimum of a double cleanse. So what that means is using some type of like oil-based makeup remover or using a micellar water to at least get the first chunk of makeup off, and then doing a deeper cleanse with, say, a Foreo, which is what I'm going to be using today, or even like an acne wash or something that's just more of a deep clean. So my next step to taking my day's worth of makeup off is the Elgin Ultimate Anti-Aging Melting Cleanser. I've used this for over 1.5 years now. It is my tried and true absolute favorite. first step in my double cleanse. I've tried this one from Boscia, the Makeup Breakup Oil, or Makeup Breakup Cool Cleansing Oil. This is pretty good. I have to say, it's not bad. I feel like this really gets a good clean in there to where if I'm super tired or I had a really long day or whatever, if I just use this, I feel clean enough going to bed. So the reason why I really also love this too is because this is great like right before you jump in the showers. So that's actually what I'm going to do now for this video is I'm going to show you how this melts down the makeup. I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's emulsified, and then I'm going to go rinse and shower, and then I'll be back for the rest of it. You honestly don't even need that much. So I'm going to take about that much right there, and then just kind of work it in my hands and then become a goop monster. Fun fact, this also takes eye makeup off, but since my eyes are super sensitive, I just love using the Lancome one just to basically melt it off, get rid of it, and then I'll use this more for face makeup. But it is totally doable for eye makeup as well. And my biggest thing is making sure that I don't forget like the ends here and kind of in my hairline, because I feel like I've been getting a lot more breakouts in general only around the rim of my face, not really anything in the center. And I'm not sure if that's just hormonal because I do eat a lot of dairy, or if it's because sometimes I feel like I just do this part of my face and kind of forget to wash around here. So I'm taking a little bit more extra effort to do that and change my pillowcases. Totally random, but I feel like not changing them enough, and because I always sleep on my sides, you know, I never really sleep on my back. I'm like, I wonder if that's the reason why. All right, I feel like we're pretty good to go. Now you notice it's like super shiny. You'll even notice on your hands, like half of it's the oil from the cleanser and half of it's the makeup. So what you'll want to do is, I'm just going to show you with a little water bottle water. I'm going to put a little bit in my hands here. Just a little bit. I'm going to get my jumper all wet. So you'll see it turn into a little bit more of like a milky texture. And then after you emulsify it, you wash it off, which is what I'm gonna do in the shower. So I will be right back. All right, and I'm back. It's my second part of cleansing as part of my double cleanse is my Kota foam cleanser with my Foreo. This has been my favorite addition to my skincare since I think I got this last Christmas during the sale, and it's honestly been life-changing. I love the one on the back because it's more coarse, and I actually use this on like the back of my neck and my back area, and then I'll use this part for my face, and then this part up here, it's even more concentrated for like those really kind of hard to jostle areas like around your nose and things like that. So definitely comes in handy. There's a bunch of speeds on it, so if I feel like I really need to get in there and clean something, or if I just need to be gentle with my face, there's different speeds for that, which is great. And then this cleanser is the Instant Foaming Cleanser, Moisturizing Grape and Purifying Sage. So I've switched to this from a First Aid Beauty cleanser I've been using forever. I use that for, I want to say 2 years. It's the Red Clay Deep Cleanse, which I'll put a picture of it up here. I recently ran out of it about a month ago, and I was like, you know what, let me try something new. I tried Boscia for a minute, and that broke me out terribly. That's that black, I don't remember the name of it. I'll put a picture of it up here for you. But that I used that for a couple weeks, and I thought it was just like me purging or something or whatever, but it was terrible. So I stopped using that. And then I got this, and I was like, you know, maybe I just need a gentle cleanser. Maybe I'm cleansing it too much. Maybe it's too much of a double cleanse. So I started using this morning and night, and then the morning I just used a little bit of this with my hands, like nothing crazy. But this, when I was getting a lot of breakouts here, I'm getting a lot less now with using this as a new addition for that. All right, and then I'm gonna wet my Foreo. I only put one pump of this on too because it really goes a long way. And then just go ahead and turn it on. Buzz, buzz. Buzz, buzz. So I start on my cheek, and I just kind of put the soap around just to make sure it's evenly distributed. And like I said before, I'm now trying to really work on the outer portion just to make sure it's clean, because I feel like that's where a lot of the extra acne buildup was coming from. All right, so now that is washed off with water, my face, you'll notice, is a lot shinier. A lot of like any of that extra dead skin or whatever has just been scrubbed right off. So now I'm using something totally random, but this is from Wildflowers for sensitive skin pore refining facial toner. The one I ran out of was my Kiehl's one, and then over the winter I typically use the Murad clarifying toner. But I have to say I really like this, so I'll give it a good shake. I feel like it leaves a little thin layer on my skin, so instead of it being a toner that just kind of like you wipe around, you feel like 99% of it's in the cotton round, I feel like this leaves like a little film. So I feel like it has been doing a really good job at balancing my face. So just kind of squeeze a good amount out. Not fully saturate the cotton round, but make it a little wet. And it actually kind of smells good. Like slightly medicinal, but not like harsh, not like alcohol. And there we go. So after I apply it with the Shiseido cotton rounds, you cannot live without them. I'm telling you, they will change your life. But basically, after I apply the toner, my next step is my essence. So a lot of you are probably like, oh my God, there's like so many steps. It probably takes you like 100 years to do it. Honestly, once you get the hang of it and you have everything in a row, like in your little cupboard, it'll take you no more than not even like 5 to 10 minutes. But going into it, this is from Fresh. This is the black tea kombucha essence, and this is fabulous because it's anti-pollutant, anti-aging. It really does a good job of kind of dragging everything else that I put on top of it deeper into the skin, so the skin really gets a lot more of the benefits. And I just honestly really love how my skin feels even just after putting this on. I'm telling you, try a little at Sephora. Even if it's just at the back of your hand, you'll see a total difference in your skin texture once you apply this. Now, a lot of people are like, okay, so like use your toner with Shiseido. Do you use these with the cotton rounds as well? This, you actually just apply a little bit in your hand and you just quickly pat it into your skin. So we're gonna do that. So get like, just like, I don't know if you can see it, just like a little handful like that. Rub together. And then once you kind of spread it around, you want to just kind of pat it into your skin a little bit more. I've seen so many people in my skincare videos, like doses at work and stuff, and they're always just like, I honestly don't know how that's different than patting like this, but I just throw it in there, you know? They do it in the videos, and it's got to do something, right? So next after the essence is the serum. So I typically don't stick to just one serum. I alternate depending on my needs. So if I feel like a lot of my acne scars are really acting up, I will use the Murad Rapid Age Spot and Pigment Lightening Serum. This has done wonders for my acne scars. Now I know they make one specifically for acne scars. I chose this one because number one, it was a 100-point perk, so it was basically free. And it's just more concentrated than the acne one, so it's gonna work a lot faster. And I had this entire area here was like covered in scars. These are fresh little zit-tastic businesses, but all throughout here, it was just like very like purple. I'd only like to wear full coverage foundation on top of concealer to really like cover them. But literally after using this for a week, they were almost completely gone, which I'm super excited about. Main ingredient in this is hydroquinone. There's 2% of that in here. So every time I use this the night before, the next day I'm definitely wearing sunscreen because that's the way you get your best results and your skin won't become irritated. But if I'm not really worried about my scars and I just want to kind of even out my texture and hydrate, I will alternate between these two. So this I don't use every day because I feel like it agitates my skin a little too much, but because it's full of retinol, it's really great at kind of evening out my texture, brightening my skin and everything like that. And then my tried and true Peter Thomas Roth water drenched serum. This is actually one of the first things I got in gratis last year. And yes, this is over a year, and I still have a ton of this left. A ton of it, maybe? Yeah, actually no, maybe not a ton of it, about a third, but still. I've used this in my kit. I've used it on me. It's fabulous. I think it's 75%, right? Yep, 75% hyaluronic acid complex. So it's not just like full of water with like a couple things in it. It's like mostly hyaluronic acid, which is made to retain all the moisture. All right, and then I'm gonna let that sink in. And then after that, there are a again, a couple things I'll switch in between with. So, and these are all like ride or die options. So this is just depending on what my skin needs. So I'm letting you know all the options. So don't think I'm always like, So don't think I have like a whole plan or schedule of this. It's just how I feel my skin's feeling, and then we'll decide from there. But last thing is, so typically what I was using before this was Epiduo. So I've basically stopped using that. I feel like it doesn't really do that much for me. So instead of using that treatment portion, I use Herbivores Lapis Oil. So this is one of my favorite things ever. I got 2 little gratis, like small things that have lasted me such a long time. I have 1 left over that I use for traveling. So I got this beautiful bottle here. I've had it, I want to say, for 2 months, and this is all that I've used so far. So I'll put a few drops, about 4, in the center of my hand, rub it in, pat it in most of my trouble areas, like a So this number 1 did a tremendous, and when I say tremendous, I mean like the biggest amount you can think of, help with my redness. So originally, you've probably seen in my other videos or in any Instagram story from way back, I had red skin, almost like, if you think of like the mask, you know how it's green? That was me, but like red. Like just a line of demarcation so darn strong of just red face all day, all the time. Like I could have almost no breakouts on my face. My face would just be red, and like everyone would be like, oh, like why don't you wash your face with this? Or like, oh, like your face breaking out? Like, I'm like, no, it's just fucking red. Leave me alone. So I got the gratis, and honestly, that was my beginning introduction to natural beauty being awesome. And before that, I was like, I don't know, that looks like some hippie stuff. It looks like it's not gonna work. I'm gonna just leave that in my bin and deal with it later. And then the brand rep came in and actually, you know, discussed it with me and ended up teaching me more about the brand and how it was made and all the specific intricacies of that product. And I was like, all right, you know what? It sounds actually a little bit more legit. I'll try it. I used it for about 2 weeks straight, and I was obsessed with it. I'm pretty sure the social media team was tired of me constantly tagging them in my Instagram stories, because every morning I was like, oh, look at my face. Look how beautiful I am. Oh my God, there's like no redness. It's just a couple pimples, but it's fine. Oh my God, this is amazing. And this has still been my favorite since then. Anyone who has redness, I'm like, girl, you need some lapis oil. I'm gonna give you a sample, or just take it home now because we finally have a bag in stock because I sold all the other ones. I'm obsessed with it. All right, so after my lapis oil sets in, I will choose a moisturizer. So if I end up using any of these bad boys, which I would have done in between my last cleansing stage and the toner, which is the Universal Daily Peel. These are fabulous for retexturing. I only use these about every other day because my skin's kind of sensitive, and if I use them every day, I feel like sandpaper. So I use these, and I know they make one for sensitive, but I got this one for free in my gratis, so thank you, Travis. I'm gonna use these anyway. I'm just gonna use them every other day because they work for me that way. But like I said, if I end up adding these into my routine, I will use the Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta Exfoliating Moisturizer, just because it works really well with it, helps to give a well-rounded routine in terms of retexturizing and things like that. And when I do wake up in the morning, I do feel smoother. But since I did more of a hydrating routine tonight, I'm gonna use the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream. Just got this in gratis about a week ago. Loving it, loving it, loving it. And I didn't think I would because the original texture, I was like, I feel like this feels like a body butter, like that's gonna be a little thick. But use a small amount, it spreads out really nicely, and it does keep me hydrated to where the next morning I don't feel like I dried out overnight. You just take about that much and kind of warm it up and then apply it. All right, and now that we moisturized the face, we can't forget about the lips. These bad boys get super chapped. I bite them all the time. They're all textured and stuff. Gotta take care of them. So, tried and true, everyone loves it. Lip sleeping mask from Laneige. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's fabulous. It'll work for you. I think the full size is like $18. I got this for free and gratis, so love this. Gonna use this. And believe it or not, I know I've said this before and like, again, Instagram stories and things like that, but typically I actually really don't like the packaging with these, the originals. I've gotten them in like little gifts. I've gotten them in like, you know, like little birthday playthings or whatever. And every one of them that I've had, the little stick would fall out, or half of it's like melted on the side of the container, or it's just all over the place, and I don't love them. And I know it's still similar packaging, but I feel like they packed it in more to where like it's not too skinny and it doesn't rattle all over the place. And honestly, I like this formula much better than the original because it's the advanced therapy formula. So I feel like I'm kind of like love blind to where I'm not like caring as much. All right. So what I'm going to put on tonight is actually this, the Advanced Therapy, and it's also a really cute color, so if you wanted just like a light pink balm for during the day, you can use this as well, and it'll keep your lips super moisturized. And there we go. That is my full skincare routine. If you guys have any questions, or if you have products that you're like, Gab, you would love these, girl, let me know. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I promise you I am back. I'm gonna be making more videos and I can't wait to create more content for you. And if you love this, give it a thumbs up and I will see you in my next video. Thanks, bye.